my usual ones. No art, no fun anecdotes, none of that. I'd like to say to anybody watching this video, and I hope people do because this is just to spread awareness, this person doing all this, it's not okay what they're doing, and you know, please don't send any harassment to any of the people involved in this situation. I'm shedding light on it as this isn't okay. This video is a lot more serious than my other ones, and before you click off, because I know nobody ever stays until the end, they only stay for the first minute or so, please stay for the entire video. Because what is happening is illegal, this is slander, and this person should not be on the internet. I'm going to be referencing the Slandered situation. The only similarity is that people were spreading false info that Slandered was a pedophile. For this video, obviously, I'm just going to say pedo for short. Benji, the person we're going to be talking about, is like Slandered in this case. He was devastated and almost forced off of the internet, unjustly. Nobody who is innocent deserves this kind of treatment. And Ben is one of these people. Who is Benji? What's the deal with him? Benji is a small channel with amazing potential, and he stands around 580 subs. This is a small channel drama, whatever. But he is being falsely accused of being a pedo. Both of the parties in this situation are adults. I have to preface that. And what reason is there? Funny you ask. Because there's no reason. There is a reason, however, but it's an unjust one. And it's not even really a good reason in the first place. Now, throughout this video, I'm going to be referencing and putting up a bunch of screenshots, all provided to me by friends. Thank you a lot, by the way. I could not have really given my evidence without you guys, just thank you. But I'm gonna be making this short, but this is kind of the quote-unquote story or quote-unquote reason that Mute, the person we're gonna be talking about, and the suspect of sorts, uses this as his unjust excuse. But to be honest, actually, I'm gonna make a fake analogy of sorts. It's not fake, the story isn't fake. It's gonna be just a weird story, I guess. Jerry was a broke idiot. Not being mean, Ben, don't get mad at me. So he was asking his friends for $30 to hold him over until he gets paid again. He can pay them back. One of his friends, Shaniqua, said they would give him 10 of the $30 he needed. Jerry would be paid on Tuesday. Shaniqua gave Jerry the money on that same day, which was Sunday. Jerry was paid the money he'd pay Shaniqua back was on Tuesday. Jerry was supposed to pay Shaniqua on Tuesday, okay? But Shaniqua thought they were gonna pay him on Monday, even though they practiced multiple times that it was Tuesday. So you know what Shaniqua did? Shaniqua flipped their shit. Now that was an amazing analogy, I know. Applaud me, please. But we're gonna be talking about our culprit of the situation, Mute. He's a pretty scummy person. I'm being blunt, because he's going out of his way to go and slander someone, which is illegal, by the way. Mute, get that through your tiny mind, please. You know, the whole reason was because they weren't paid the day before they were supposed to be paid back the money. Funny, right? In fact, they themselves are a pedo, and I'll prove that later in this video. But for now, I'll be providing the little evidence I need to prove that Benji, for a fact, is not actually what people are saying he is. And I guess if I really wanted, I could just show these screenshots here that literally proves my point perfectly. And that Mute has no evidence and is really only being petty. For what reason? We went over that. But it's not an actual reason, is it? Amazing, am I right? Besides, when I contacted Benji about this, he had his own reasoning for why he would never be in a relationship with a minor. I'm quoting directly from him, and I quote, "Well, it's simple. I want to be able to have a drink with them, and I can't do that with a minor, plain and simple." And that's pretty spot on. That should be enough to say why you wouldn't necessarily want to be with a minor if you want to actually go partying with the person you're with. So, after Ben did not pay Mute, Mr. Petty, Mr. God knows whatever the fuck he is, went and started harassing Ben's moderators in his server and did the following. He used slurs to describe the moderators and members of the server, begged for a moderator role, and lied about Ben saying he would give him said role, and privately harassed a handful of mods, I think like 1 or 2, because it happened to someone I know, names Imagine, yeah. But the moral of the story is, don't be like that, but, you know, that's not all, Blister, because Mute here got banned for his really stupid behavior. And I apologize for the lack of server screenshots. The person who banned him deleted the messages, so no history of Mute would affect server morale. But after being informed about this predicament, Benji went and confronted Mute. A heated argument went down, and as Mr. Immature says, "It isn't fair!" And a little while later, the day of reckoning began. Mute decides to publicly announce in his server that he is going to be sabotaging Benji in his possible career, using his amazing and totally smart SMRT smart army. So, okay, Mute here likes to project a lot, and he says Ben's a big, scary child dater, eh? Well, okay. Let's take a look at 2 people. Imagine a 15-year-old and Jane, a 12-year-old. There's a plethora of other younglings which have been informed here at Ginger headquarters. Mute here has tried to date both of these people, to my knowledge. Oh, and here's another thing to keep in mind. Mute is 25 years of age. And his excuse was to lie about his age, because apparently he is 20 years of age to his knowledge. Even then, that does not help your case. Oh, and to prove he is 25 years of age, I will be using this photo of him. Usually I wouldn't do this, but his face is half colored, and due to his abysmal grammar, I kind of need to prove it, as to some people, it could seem like he's not as old as he says he is. Basically, he has also bribed minors for things such as subs, to my knowledge, which isn't amazing. It's scummy, but it's not really incriminating. But it's not really a great thing to do, because you're taking advantage of children. But Mute here is trying to sabotage Ben's career by taking his quote-unquote army and falsely saying he's a pedo for no good reason, and in his comment section. But wait, there is more. He even admitted in a literal Discord message that he knew Ben wasn't a pedo, but he just wanted to ruin his career. And wow. This is possibly one of the worst ways to project yourself onto another, let alone blame that onto someone in general. Something else that Mute has done is that he has sent a... Oh my god. If I'm not correct, I'm pretty sure this girl is around 12 or 13 years old. Don't quote me on that. Memory go burr. If I find out the age, I'll put it in the description. I'll edit it right here and show you. But this is his quote-unquote girlfriend's nudes, and obviously I'm not going to show it, but what the hell? Let's talk about first, he sent I'm assuming 13-year-old nudes, and that is absolutely deplorable. You are 25 years of age. Your brain has stopped growing. What are you doing? And it's a horrible thing to do regardless of age. It's not fair, even if you're in a relationship with someone and you're of age. Both of you are. But the fact that he sent them to a 13, 12-year-old is even worse, and it's illegal to do so anyways. I heavily implore you, if you are under the age of 17, please refrain from having any form of contact with Mute. And if you are in contact, please cut him out entirely. Mute is not a good person. Well, maybe he is, but his choices and actions reflect the opposite of a good person. If you have any contact with him, cut him out. If you know Benji, give him support. But if you can, just make sure this guy stays off of the internet. Well, not entirely. Let's not be that bad. But we gotta protect people, you know? Especially minors. Because I'm Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC, and Mr. Mute here. Do you care to take a seat? It's a really bad joke. Alright, I'm sorry. Please just share this, do whatever.